Hey guys, Wolvie here with a video for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amiel Global for the 24th of September 2020. This is kind of late at night, so this is going to be a bit of a longer video because guess what? We got quite a bit to go over here, so I'll be referring to information from the in-game news section of the game regarding the Maria rework analysis. That will be filmed, I want to say maybe in a day or two, because I do want to do more test runs with her just to get a more accurate analysis on my end. So with that, any opinion in this video, the usual disclaimer, is going to be my opinion and my opinion only. And like I said, there is quite a bit to go over here, so and this includes information pertaining to the Autumn Festival. So we're going to jump straight into the banner that's tied to the main story. This is Act 2 Finale Part 1. It's also known as Act 2 Chapter 11 Part 1. It is called The Chosen King's Future. You will be able to accrue Ardyn Final Fantasy 15. He does come with his entire kit: 15, 35, EX, LD, and burst weapons. My personal opinion on Arden himself, he kind of has the same issues as Noctis, meaning that you need his entire kit to be at his absolute best. And regarding with his EX, you have to have it at 3 out of 3 post-realization. So that's what makes him, more unique. And here is the thing with the character enhancement boards. You will be able to get the user points for little sets if you haven't already. Maria as well as Arden. You also get one copy of Arden's 15 CP weapon, the man, I can barely pronounce things right now. Is a Rakshasa blade. This is the event missions tab. You gotta clear Act 1, Chapter 1 in normal mode in order to get it. Co-op quest for Act 2 Finale Part 1 will be available with the raid boss. Event starting on the 30th of September at 2 a.m. UTC. So if you're wondering where's the co-op for this, it's not going to come until another week. It makes perfect sense because you don't want to cram it too much too soon. And knowing that Act 2 Chapter 11 Part 1, this is the first time, and this will continue on for the remainder of the game, however long DFFOO will remain available. So the main story is going to be split into 2 parts instead of everything for the main chapter as one. So finally, the Chaos level story quest can be cleared as a co-op quest from the 24th of September at 2 a.m. until the 9th of October 2020 at 1:29 UTC. So this is the contents here. So you have your Arden. This is the information about him. He's immortal, the Chancellor of Niflheim. I'm not so sure if I pronounced that correctly. So this is it, the information you have here in his bio. This is the Spectral effect, Spectral charge. So you have here the value on the left as the remaining turns of the effect itself. The value on the right indicates the level of effect. So at first you only get to see 3 stacks of this. This does go up to 5. And with that, the way you get the 5th levels of this particular icon is that you have to have the EX weapon, again, fully realized at 3, as well as 3 out of 3 post-realization. So this is kind of like what I mean by he has the same issues with that as Noctis. He has to have all his weapon passes, in my personal opinion, in order to be at his absolute best. Now, with the Commandability Details, these are the base values here. So we have Warp Strike. This is it right here, and this is pretty much in 100% base form. So this is the level 55 crystal passive, the extension. He has 1 more use, and all the information you see here. Now you have here the skill 2 called Aura Darkness. This is a group brave and HP group brave attack and group HP attack. This is AoE split, which I like because with Noctis you have skill 1, the EX, and in a certain way, the LD is AoE Splash. For the LD, the way that kind of works is that you get everything at the first hit, but the second one is just for one person. That's what I mean by AoE Splash with the LD for Noctis. Now, with the level 60 Crystal Passive extension, he gets 2 more uses, more Brave Attack hit counts. Then the Bravery Overflow is as you see here. This is break reset slash. This is a they're resetting the break status, which is the same exact additional ability as lightning, so keep that in mind. Now, this is the particular infrared buff that Arden has. It's called Shadow Step. This is a raise in max bravery and attack. Inflicting break while Shadow Step grants additional turn. Does not grant additional turns during burst mode, but it grants one additional turn after burst mode is done. Inflicting break during additional turn does not grant another. Additional turn does not add to turn support, but does consume turn during burst mode, summoning, and support, so you gotta be careful here. So this is the Act 2 finale part 1 boss details. This story section contains story spoilers, so you will be seeing Arden in the Cosmos difficulty fight, which is right here. No particular weaknesses or resistances. He has the Rising Phantom, which is a group HP and brave attack. So the hint here is bring somebody that can heal. Maria, she is synergy. She's kind of your best bet in my personal opinion because she has at least 9 ways to heal. And that's through skill 2 and her additional ability. The reason why I say 9 is that, and this is going to be a small preview regarding her rework analysis, is that if you have her EX weapon fully realized and at 3 out of 3, she does get the Rosa treatment. That means that you pop out the EX and you get a free skill use afterwards, so that means you can probably conserve it, the skill 2 and the additional ability a little bit there. Therefore, helping Maria have more ways to heal the party with that straight heal instead of the HP region that units like Rosa and Lena have. But Rosa and Lena, I will say that they are excellent alternatives in their own right. Now we have here the Chaos quest, which is Ifrits. This is, you better not bring anybody that deals fire damage. Now, you have all of this information here, so this is one of those, want to bring somebody that can heal HP. They're tough against magic, so you could bring Celeste along because she can absorb any magic damage, but I would probably go with Bosch on this one because with Bosch, I do feel in certain aspects he's a lot better than Celeste in my personal opinion. And this is until Celeste gets her second rework, as well as her 80/80 awakening. Now we have here the challenge quest. This is pretty much the information you see here. You gotta complete the Chaos regular mode first, meaning that your 3 characters. And then with the Chaos challenge, this is a bit of a pain in the ass for some. You don't have any choice but to bring Arden, Maria, and Lilith along. You have no choice for this particular one. And that's that. And now we have here the token exchange gear. Arden's gear has been added to the respective token exchanges. The EX weapon is the Ifrit sword. The power token exchange is the Rakshasa blade, as well as the Divine Blade. Divine Blade is his 35 CP weapon. The armor token exchange is his coat, the 35 CP armor. The hat, which is his 90 CP armor. The token exchange, his Bloomstone is going to be there. And the artifact, his artifact stuff is going to be in the artifact exchange as well. Getting to Act 2, that's the standard operating procedures. Now we have here the debut of Arden's alternate costume. I will be getting this at some point before it's over with. So I'm not going to get it right away. I will be getting it though at some point. Now you see here, it looks really freaking badass. I love it. So this is $36.99 United States currency. And if you're in certain regions in the US, there is an additional tax slapped onto this, so you are forewarned. And by the certain regions, it's those who are on Android devices that can play this game, as they live in certain regions where the tax is applied. I am one of those who has to pay an additional tax for those. But with alternate costumes, these come with 9,000 gems. Some people are asking about, why can't these be sold separately? That's Japanese law you have to deal with on this one. So this is it right here. Like I said, it looks absolutely badass. But that is just my personal opinion. Now, we're going to go into the 7-day gem sale. This is pertaining to the Autumn Festival. I'll get into that a little bit. So this is where you're going to be seeing here. You got the Festival Bronze, Gold, Platinum, Mithril, and Animate chests. This is the items you see here. This is pretty damn good. And this is just my personal opinion. And this is for those who are pay to play. I do not know if I'm going to get any of these, but yeah, it's there if you want it. Now, we are going to go into the Kupo Card Mini and Kupo Card Mini 2. These are back, and you see the information here. These I do recommend grabbing if you're a minnow, you're willing to spend a few bucks, but not a whole lot. I recommend getting them both because you get through 30,000 gems at the end of the day. It's amazing. But yeah, so if you're those who are pay to play but not a whale, I highly recommend getting both of these. Now we're going to go into the banner itself. This is the first of 4 where Ardyn's first weapon is featured. So we have here the debut of Ardyn's entire kit. His 1535 EX LD and burst weapon. Some people mention that he's good with just his LD. I sorely disagree. He is one of those that has a bit of a thing with Noctis where you need his entire kit. The reason why I say this about Arden is because with anyone who has a burst weapon, and people may not realize is that anyone with a burst weapon gets 1 additional use of skill 1 at the bare minimum, 1 additional use of skill 2, 1 additional use of the additional ability, if it's an HP move especially. You also have 1 additional move of the LD. You have more to toy with in that regard. Not many people mention it, but I do want to bring it up. Now, with Ardyn's burst weapon, this is the ability, the following ability, Royal Retribution. This is a 15-hit group melee brave attack and group HP attack. This is the information you see here. This is the burst effect for 8 turns after finishing burst. Raises party's max bravery, grants bravery to allies based on individual max bravery at the start of the allies' turns. Burst effect boost when inflicting break up to 2 times. This is freaking amazing. I'm not so sure why people miss this particular information. I love this in some ways. This is a lot better than Noctis' burst weapon in my personal opinion because granted, Noctis has that follow-up attack after somebody moves, regardless if it's himself or somebody else. On the ally side, but it's just like the duration's just 3 turns, and it's like it's too short, and I'm not a big fan of that. But then again, it's just my personal opinion. So before I move on any further, information from the TonberryTroupe as well as the Cydia database website will be in the description below, link-wise. Before I completely forget. Now we have here Katana of the Warrior. That's the name of the LD weapon. The LD ability is going to be called Dark Tornado. This reduces his own HP to 0, increases his own bravery based on HP reduced, increased bravery may exceed max up to 120%, unleashes a 8-hit group melee in single target HP attack. I like this because it's kind of like Fang's skill 2 and EX ability, where it's all the brave hits and it hit, but the HP is on dumped out to 1 person, which is pretty cool. Soul bravery may exceed max up to 150%. And a slight correction, this is AoE Splash. It is 50% of HP damage to non-targets. Grants overkill to self for 4 turns. So this is all the other information is here. And I particularly enjoy this one is AoE Splash. Again, I do feel he's a little bit superior to Noctis because he has more ways to deal AoE Split, and I like that personally over AoE Splash. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion. Now, the thing is with Overkill, when Overkill is canceled, he is restored to 1 HP, so he's one of those units where you better have a healer on him. You better have a healer with him. It doesn't matter if it's Maria, Rosa, Gestala, Lena, Cora, any one of them. And then this is the 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and 3 out of 3 regarding the LD. And then we're going to go into the EX weapon. So this is it. Rising Phantom. Cancels all enemies break, and then it's the information you see here. If you have his Spectral charge at least 3 stacks, it becomes Rising Phantom Plus, which is you know what here it is. Now we're going to go into 0 out of this is pre-realization info. And now we're going to go into post-realization info. This is 0 out of 3. And this is really cool. It's where you have it at 0 out of 3 post-realization. You get it to 5 levels instead of 3. I like this. Now you have here the 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and 3 out of 3. Now here with Arden, you are given the A Sphere Raging Attack boost up. This raises max bravery and attack by 2 turns. Let me reword this completely because I read this completely wrong. When inflicting break, it raises max bravery and attack by 2% up to 5 times once per turn. I love this sphere. The reason why I love it is because it goes after the 2 most important stats for damage dealer, that is max bravery and attack. And you don't have to worry about the turn limit. Now, a unit who can benefit from this in a sense, believe it or not, is Setzer. This kind of helps him, certain things until the all-in passive kicks in. I particularly love this one. And this one you can actually use on units who are damage dealers. Again, Setzer's a good one to use it, but Arden can also benefit this for himself. So, with this particular banner, now there is a free multi-pull here if my information is correct. So, let me go back into the information pertaining to the banners. So, we're gonna go back, and we're gonna go into the believe it or not, the Autumn Festival. So again, we're not gonna go into the Maria rework analysis until a couple of days, because I just want to make sure I get more as accurate with her as possible with certain aspects. So this is the information here for the issues. So no new information pertaining to Android operating server 11.0 just yet, but we all gotta be patient there. Now we're gonna go into the Autumn Festival itself. I do want to warn everybody that regarding this cycle quest, the rewards have been reset, meaning that I saw that I'm like, huh? What the nani? And it turns out for the cycle quest, all 7 of them have been reset, so you actually have additional gems to go after, which I really enjoy. So we have here the Autumn Festival sales, free first multi-draws, Chocobo panel missions, double cycle quest rewards, another torsion to the world of illusions, Carbuncle's treasures. So we have here the following 4 banners do have free first multi-draws, which is the story draw, which is the one with Arden, Maria, Lilith sets. You have here the events draw for the raid event, so that's in the particular raid, it's not coming until next week. And the third of the 4 so far is going to be the Lost Chanter. I believe this might be Kimari, Final Fantasy X. And then this final one, and I'm hoping it's the one I'm going after. I'm hoping this is going to be Edward from Final Fantasy IV. When it comes to characters from Final Fantasy IV and 6, I will be doing some pulls for those 2 series, because those are my favorite games of the franchise. You best believe it. And when it comes to Edward, I will pity, and pardon my language, I will pity the fuck out of his EX or LD if need be. My gems are ready for him. So yeah, with the raid event, which is next week, I do believe Renoa Kane, and I forgot the name of the 6th character. I know there's 3 other characters coming along next week as part of the synergy for the raid. So I do know the names of 5 of the 6. It's Arden, Renoa, Maria, Lisette, Kane, and I forgot the name of the sixth person. I want to say it's Alphino, but do not quote me on the sixth person, please. I forgot the name, and something tells me it's Alphino, but I'm going to be way off on that one. If I'm right, just let me know, but I know I'm going to be off on the sixth person. This one's going to have a free multi-pull too, but yeah. So we have here the Autumn Festival sales. We have here the information that I went over before. The armor tokens, the weapon tokens, power stones, the power and guard orbs, the Kupo Card Mini stuff. So we got here the support item sale, which is freaking good. It's about damn time they came back with this. We have here another torsion to the this is the information you see here. And for the magic pipe, you just gotta do what it tells you to do. We have here the Autumn Fest Chocobo panel missions, which is yeah. So this is the information here. So I'm going to go into the Chocobo panel missions to show you guys the first of two. So we are going to be seeing a second panel mission for the Autumn Fest in the near future. So I did some of them already. So you have here, I'm going to do this left to right and then top to bottom. So on the top row we have here, edit your stickers, clear 10 of the Golden Cactus cycle quest, clear 20 quests with the Arden in the party. Second row, clear 10 World of Illusions Carbuncle's Treasures quests, use a support item, and then clear 10 quests with Maria in the party. The final row, this is defeat 40 Scorpion types, defeat 50 of the Nightmares, they're the Horsies, and clear 70 quests. So this is the first one of two, because we know we're going to be getting a second one in the near future. It's just a matter of what's coming. Now, what do I think about all of this? So, I'm going to end the video with doing the free multi, because we do have it for Arden. So, the timing of all this information, it came to me as quite a surprise, but in a good way. This could be a saving grace for the game, because people, and I've read this on Facebook, Twitter, and I've had to make some adjustments to my own friends list here. And people are mentioning how bad the RNG has been getting. Now, some people have mentioned about the stinginess of the global side of the game due to a period of time where global has not gotten a free multi-pull. Now, the last banner that had a free multi-pull before this, before what we're going to get, was back with Squall, and the debut of his LD and burst weapons. Now, people are going to complain about the stinginess, and we don't know exactly the circumstances behind global getting more stingy. Now, a couple of things could be attributed to this, meaning that the contributions to what's been going on could be loss of revenue due to the player base dipping. Again, like I said, people have left the game. I actually had to clean out my friends list here to give that reflection, because I'll show you the number I have on my list. So, you see here, I used to have more people on my list, but you see the number is a little bit lower than usual, and it's a damn shame, because it's a good game, but with the problems this game has been having on the global end, I think this is starting to turn some people away, and this could be really scary. And the bit with Android operating server 11.0 is not helping matters. So with the free multi-pulls, this could turn some things around for the global side, but we don't know just yet. But the thing is, this is one of those rare times where I actually am going to come in defense of the game, because it's like, we don't know what's going on with the game as of late. The game could be going through some financial issues that we don't even know, and other priorities in other areas for Square Enix, which could turn some people away from the game. But we don't know that as of yet, so I'm not going to jump into conclusions here, although I would like to see the global end get cracking on the Android operating server 11, because I'm on an Android device, and honestly, I would hate to see this game be uncompatible with some of the more recent Samsung devices. But if it is what it is at the end of the day, you know, for me, it could be a very welcome break if that does become the case. So with that, we're going to do the free multi now. Beyond the free multi, I am 100% torn here because Arden is a really good unit in my personal opinion. He brings certain things to the plate where other units cannot. However, I do feel he does need a healer on him when the overkill expires, because that way they can get his HP up and running once again. So with that, like I said, beyond the free multi-pool, I am torn on this. I mean, I do have 108 tickets, but like I said, when it comes to the gems, I'm reserving that for Edward and Strago specifically. And there's other units that are coming along, but it's a wait-and-see game for me personally. So let's just do the free multi and see what we get. Okay, nothing new. Not surprised. I will say though, before I completely forget, is that, and this is a really bullshit multi, but I'm not surprised here, but I will say the following though, in all fairness, is that with Arden, when it comes down to the 35 and EX weapons, you can go the token route with him, if need be, and with Arden, I do have his, boards to go after regarding some like, you know, the additional resources like the armor tokens, the gems and tickets. So I do have additional resources there. I do have the hard mode to even go after for even more. So I actually am in good shape. I may do a few multis, but that's going to be completely off screen. Now with the overall, like, again, you do have 4 banners to go after Arden's first weapon if you desire. Again, he brings certain things to the plate, which Noctis cannot. And granted, Arden is not much of a necessity if you already have Noctis up and running like I do. But it doesn't hurt to have a backup. And for me, that's just how I feel. So, like I said, I'll have the information pertaining to Arden in the description below from both the TonberryTroupe as well as the Dissidia database website. And regarding the raid that's coming next week for Global, do not quote me on the 6th unit. I don't know if it's Alpha Note or not for the 6th unit, but I do know there is a 6th character in it. So I do have to double check that character. So that's that on that. And like I said, I am more than likely wrong with the 6th character pertaining to the upcoming raid. So with that, I'm done with Wolvie here, signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.